Hi guys, in this class we will discuss about a float property of a CSS. There are different properties we have discussed and there are more properties we have discussed in the later classes. So in this class we have discussed about a float property. Float property is used to adjust a position of any HTML element. There are four values you can give in the float property, like a left side, right side, none. For example, you did not want a float property, you have to set a none. Inherit means it will take a value, one of three value it will take from the parent value. So how you can work with the float property? So we will work left and right float property value. So there are two images, you can see that, and I open this file in the browser. First of all, you can see that two images are displaying here. I want this image should be assigned on the left side and this image should be assigned on the right side. How you can do this one? Using float property you can set this. So in this style, internal styling, I target first of all I want a give a ID, for example image 1. This ID have a image 1 value, another is a image 2 value. I want to target both IDs in the style element. If you want to target any HTML ID attribute value, you have to put a hash symbol and with the ID name. So I want here a float right. So this image will be positioned on the right side, and put a semicolon at the end of property. When I refresh, you can see that it position on the right side. So if you want this image, for example, on the left side, it will be on the left side. When I refresh, so this image is on the left side, but you cannot differentiate between them, which image is on the left side, which image I target. I want to give a border to image, for example 1 pixel, its width 1 pixel, design or style will be a solid, and color will be yellow around a image. You can see that this image is displaying. Just change its color to black to show clearly, and you can see that this image is on the left side. And next, what I want, this image I want to set on the right side. I will target with the hash symbol, and next what I do, I have to use a float property with a right. This image will be on the right side, and I give a border. You can see that this is a width of the border, this is a style, this is a color. And when I refresh, you can see that this image is displaying on the right side. And then another is the, for example, like a notification bar I want to create here, div, and this is a, for example, div, and I want to target this div in the style div, and its for example width will be a 600 pixel, and height will be, for example, 80 pixel, and give a border 1 pixel, solid, and black, same color I want to give. When I refresh, you can see that this block is displaying here. Just I want to give a line break to set some distance. You can see that now I want to write something here, and I want to display image in this side. Well, how do I can this one? I just copy this image and paste inside the div tag, and adjust its width and height using this ID attribute. You can see that, and then I want to remove its border. Float should be right because I want to display image this position, right position. I want this should be a right. Just I want to adjust its width, height. Width should be a 50 pixel, and height I want height should be a 80 pixel. Width 70 pixel I want to give. When I refresh, you will see that this image is displaying here, and I want to remove from this one Just I want cut here and just refresh. You can see that. And next what I do, I want to use a paragraph that will be on the left side. However, I want to copy this one. Sorry. Just, and when I refresh the web page, you can see that, but there is something issue. I have to adjust this div, providing a width. You can see that total width of div is 600 minus image width 70. Now it will be a 530 pixel. So when I refresh, you can see that it is adjusted, and I want to target this image, and for example, I want to give a margin top 10 pixel, and you will see that it will give a distance from the top, and I want it should be distance minus 10 upward. You can see that, and we can also provide more tags, for example, copy and paste. Copy and paste. When I refresh, you can see that. So you can also design more. For example, background color will be like black, and paragraph color will be, for example, white. Refresh the web page, you can see that. Same like this one, you can design, and you can also set its shadow. For example, box shadow 10 pixel horizontally and 5 pixel vertically, and blur value of 10 pixel, and which color you want? Yellow color I want to give. And when I refresh, you can see that this type of I have to use a blue, and just give a 4 pixel, and when I refresh, you can see that this is a using a float property, you can adjust the position of any HTML element. Just I want its position change from for example right, and its position should be left. What happened? You can see that in their positions are changed using float property. So this way you can use float property to adjust their position left and right side. So in the next class we will discuss about more about CSS properties, and we go to vivid slide, and I share some theoretical concept about a float property. Float property we use to float a CSS property to adjust the position of any HTML element like image asset. For there are different values of float property like left side, right side, none. This is a default value. If you do not want to use a float property, inherit it get float value of its parent element. For example, a div is the parent element, and this is a div close, and inside you have used a p, and for example you provide a div tag a float property left. So when I used float property to paragraph inherit, so inherit means p element will have a left property value, because I am using a inherit. Inherit means it take a float value from its parent. So this is a way you can use float property. Anyhow, if you have any question, any problem, you can discuss with me without any hesitation. Thank you.